Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dr. Russell Robinson coming to you from my office. Occasionally, I'll be coming to you live from what I call my home office as well. And if there's any question in regards to me being here, allow me to make sure that you see little old me. And that's me. Hi, everybody. This is the Junkie Office. I'm kind of casual today because I normally don't come in on Wednesdays, but Wednesdays are my days I don't teach face to face. So that's usually when I do a lot of office time. I want to first of all thank all of you for, and this is a trademark of mine that I have to get fixed, so pay it no mind. Is it right? Okay, that looks better. Good. It should be fine. Anyway, basically, we want to make sure that you all get off on the right foot. And so I want to share with you the syllabus and how to get to it, as well as other documents in the Blackboard apparatus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this picture of myself so you don't see me. And then we're going to go right here to where we actually see Blackboard. As you can see, it's coming up. And this is where I am in Blackboard. So we want to make sure you go to, believe it or not, go to where we see your class, which is this one. Double click on it. And it should come up momentarily. And there it is. All right. So what now, I'm going to make this as big as possible too, so that we can see everything. Very good. Now, if you take a look and go to the left, you will actually see where we have content. You click on content and you will see a load of information there. You will see your assignments, and you will also see, whether you choose to believe or not, the syllabus. Now the syllabus is buried, but it is here. You'll have to come all the way down, but the syllabus is available and you can click on that and you will see it. So I'm going to double click on the syllabus now, open it up, and we're going to go over it together so there is no misunderstanding or anything. I hope it's big enough for everybody to see. It should open up momentarily, and there it is. So as you can see, we have, of course, the name of the class, elements of speech. This is how you get in contact with me on wrobin15 at nccu.edu. This is my office number. And note, I will try to respond within 48 hours of receipt of your email or voicemail message. You can take a look here and you can pretty much see in general what I try to do. Again, I try to respond back within 48 hours. Sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it's a little bit longer depending upon my workload. Additionally, this is what you need to have as far as the textbook is concerned. It is called Communication. That's this one right here. It should be available. Communication, Making Connections, 9th edition. And so it should be in the bookstore already. Additionally, I need you to have a YouTube account. The YouTube account is available for you. The reason we have the YouTube account is because that's how I'm going to take a look at your work samples. Again, you also need to have a digital video recorder, and that'll be on many desktop computers or many laptop computers now. And we'll use that also for the Google Hangout. We also want to make sure you have access to a video recorder, a video camera, so you can actually record your speeches for class. I'm not going to go over all of these. I'm sure we want to go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty of what the class is about as far as the assignments are concerned, but please take a look at this at your leisure. Actually do it beyond your leisure. Go ahead and make sure you do it immediately. So let's go down to what I think is most important for you, and that are the assignments and the due dates and the value. Again, my speeches, or the class I operate, is really designed on the speech performance itself. So I'm looking primarily at your speeches. You have what's called the speech average, which is here. You also have a speech paperwork average, which is here. And then you also have your class participation average, which pretty much are your discussion board posts. That's down here. Again, notice how everything is going to equal total of 100. So your first speech is due on September 6th. The next one is due on October 4th. The next one is due October 25th. The next one is due November 25th. And note, before you do any speeches, all the paperwork must be submitted before. If you turn in a speech or try to do a speech without paperwork, I will not accept it. So you need to make sure that you do the speech paperwork as soon as possible. Now that's where we talk about the speech paperwork. You have what's called the About Me assignment, which is here. That's due on August 30th. You have your demonstration speech outline. That's due on September 20th. You have the demonstration speech PowerPoint. That's also due on September 20th. You also have your informative speech bibliography. That's due on October 11th. You have the informative speech outline and PowerPoint presentations. They are due on October 18th. Then you also have the persuasive speech bibliography, that's due November 15th. And then you have the persuasive outline and persuasive PowerPoint presentation due November 22nd. Now these deadlines can change and probably will. They're not sketched in stone, but that pretty much is what we're looking for people to do, at least as far as getting your calendars organized. So it's important that you do your very best to manage your time, because I really am a stickler for deadlines on some things. As you can see right here, right now, your first assignment is coming up. We want you to make sure that you have your About Me page up and running. We want you to also have a Google Plus account, which is again WorkSafe, a YouTube account that is also WorkSafe. I need that submitted by the 30th of August. That gives you roughly 2 weeks to go ahead and get everything in. We also want to make sure that we have, let's see, and speech of introduction. So really, I'm going to go ahead and still keep that for the 30th of August. Excuse me, dealing with a cold. Excuse me. So we want to make sure, I said that we want to make sure that we have the 2 items, navigate, but I do want you to go ahead and work primarily on your Blackboard discussion board post that we have here. And I'm also going to see if I can go back to that as well. Let's get out of that and go back into Blackboard so you can find out where you make your discussion board posts. So I will go to Safari down below. Woof. And where is it? Voila. So we go here, and if you take a look at discussions, you will see that the discussion board posts are ready to do their thing. They're up, they're running, they're live. So you see that you have your first discussion board post, and let's actually see when that is due. That one, I believe, is due when? That one is due on the 30th of August. And it will be displayed until the 30th of August. Now, after the 30th of August, it will be gone, taken down by demand. And so it's important that you really heed to the deadlines. So I need you to have those up and running. It doesn't mean you need to wait till the last minute, but definitely go ahead and get those into me right away so we can make sure you get off to a good start. Also, you see that you have the discussion board post already written. I only have 5 discussion boards, so it's not that difficult to do. But notice here, the one thing I will say with your YouTube channels, and this is what I need you to start doing. By the time you get to discussion board 2, these discussion board posts need to be actually done in your YouTube channel, and you need to paste the link or your YouTube link inside of the discussion board posts. The reason I want that done is because I want to make sure that we actually have a good online community. It allows us an opportunity to look at everyone else's responses and get some feedback and work together on it as a team on this. So I really want you to really pay attention to that. Again, like I said, get off on the good foot as soon as possible. So let's go back to the syllabus. Some basic rules that we have. One, and I really want you to read the syllabus. A lot of times people don't read the syllabus, and when that happens, unfortunately, I gotta blow my nose, pardon me. When that happens, when people don't read the syllabus, particularly for this class, you can and most likely get lost. You will get lost if you don't follow the syllabus and read the syllabus. So I'm going to go over some of the basics so that you understand what your expectations are in the course. Again, we talked about the fact that we need you to have a good high-speed internet connection. You also need to have a digital recorder. We need you to also have a Google Plus account. And we will have virtual sessions. They'll be from Thursdays from 7 p.m. until 8:15. And that's based on when we have the Google Hangout chats. Google Hangout can right now only accommodate up to, I'd say, 10 people. They're working on that. But I also record the Google Hangouts, so they are available for you on demand. Let's see. I won't go over the student learning outcomes, but we will go over the expectations and policies. In general, you will be posting or completing an assignment once a week and or by Sunday. Now, as a general rule, students will not be allowed to make up any work. However, you will be allowed to miss 4 postings before being dropped. I'm going to take that out. The reason is because we only have 5 postings. So let's take care of that now. As an audience member, see, it's important for you to also watch as people present their speeches. And we'll talk more about that later. You will present 4 speeches. They will be, again, the introduction speech, the demonstration speech, the informative speech, and the persuasive speech. Generally, outlines and PowerPoint presentations are worth 30% of your speech assignment. For the most part, they are a large part of your work, and you need to turn that in. Due dates. All speeches and exams, other paperwork needs to be turned in on the due date that it's expected or assigned. If you are unprepared to post discussion board or upload a speech, etc., you will receive a 0 for that assignment. Now, I usually expire my links for Blackboard at 5 p.m. So again, word of caution, do not wait until the last minute. Leave yourself enough time for technical difficulties can and will often happen. Again, I have the, let's see, discussion board post. I won't go over that too much. But make sure when you're doing your discussion board post, it's important that we can understand what you're saying, your words are clear, the structure and the material that you're presenting, that's also salient. Is there a clear thesis statement in your speeches and so forth? Go over this in detail. Let's see what else we have here. Now, this again goes back to the syllabus. And I want to make sure that you all read this because oftentimes people do not read the syllabus, and when they don't read the syllabus, they get lost. Now, this is one that really throws students off. It says in plain English, you are responsible for obtaining an audience of 6 people, at least college age and above, for your informative and persuasive speech. Please do that now. The reason I say that is because people will often say, I can't get 6 people. I'm letting you know now on August, what's today's date? Today is, well, let's see, August 19th. August 19th, that you will need to have 6 people for your informative speech and your persuasive speech, and that needs to be done, again, when you do those speeches only. The other speeches you don't have to have an audience for. Your speech of introduction, your speech of demonstration do not require audience members. So it's important that you go ahead and really heed that caution and heed that advice. Again, I'm looking forward to working with all of you over the course of the semester. Please download a copy of the syllabus. We want to make sure that you have every opportunity to be successful. Please take a look at the due dates on the syllabus. Put them in your calendar, put them in your phone so you do not get lost. Again, I have nothing but great expectations for everybody. I think it's going to be a wonderful experience. Again, in closing, if you have, and make sure you see me because I want to make sure I'm visible, but, again, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to contact me at my office. Feel free to contact me during office hours, and the office hours are going to be posted. I'm not doing office hours this week because I'm getting everything pretty much acclimated back. As you can see, part of my office is a wreck, but we're going to get all that back up and running. So again, if you have any questions for me, shoot me an email, shoot me a phone call. I'll respond as best as I can. Until then, be well, and try to get those assignments into me, and I'll go ahead and try to put up a reminder for you as well. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.